All right, people. I know you're sitting here going, "What the hell is the sorry guys about?" There's a good reason for it. I want to tell you something about my past. About back in 2012, we buried my dad
January 7th.
on January 7th. I watched him die on his deathbed. I was my mom, my brother, and me were that's my immediate family, other than my wife here. I was the rock that they were actually all leaning on. I'm the youngest out of my brother and I. He's supposed to be the strong one. I was actually the strong one. That put quite a bit of pressure on me. So I would say about April, I started seeing little flashes of light. Or, my eyesight's gone wonky a little bit. I couldn't read things at times because my eyes were getting kind of blurry. Just little parts of them were getting blurry. One time while I was in a store, I saw red and blue flashing lights. I was looking all around, where the hell is the cops? But none of them, no, there was no cops there. Shortly after that, yeah, I woke up probably about like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I had to throw up because I had the first migraine I've ever had in my life, and the pain was so bad it didn't even register actually as pain up here. It registered the pain receptors caused so much pain that my body just physically sat there and I had to throw up. By what I understand from people who had migraines for a very long time, that's the worst you can get. And that was my first thing with that. Now, 4 days later, on May 16th, 2000, or May 6th, 2012, I finally decided, because I couldn't sit down without feeling like I was falling. And I couldn't, my eyesight was actually blurring out completely. So I finally said, okay, let's go to the hospital. So we called my in laws, and on the way to the hospital, I had my first grand mal seizure. My wife tells me it lasted for about 2 or 3 minutes. I don't even remember it after I got into the car, sat down, and my brain pretty much started doing the misfiring. I remember sitting in the car. Huh? That was it. So, uh, I finally get to the hospital, which is not very far. They take me in, they test my blood pressure, they test my blood sugars. Turns out I had over 400, what was it? It was a 475 blood sugar level. They were surprised I wasn't in a diabetic coma. Well, I did turn out to be diabetic after that. No, I probably was diabetic up to 4 years before that. Praying Patriot, you'll hear it in a moment. What was it? 5 hours later or what?
A little over 5 hours after.
A little over 5 hours after my first grand mal seizure, I had another one. And by what I was told, it took 6 people to hold me down. That's how strong I really am. Well, for the next...
And then about 3 hours after that, you wanted to get up out of bed.
Yeah, but I'm giving them the reasoning behind everything, and it's not a big happy story. So for the next probably about 2 or 3 years, I'm on this drug called phenytoin. That stuff makes you dumber than a bag of rocks. It slows down brain activity. It makes you pretty much unable to focus on anything very well.
Docile.
Makes you very docile, but what turned out is I had something known as press right back here in the back of my head, about a golf ball size of inflammation on my brain.
Posterior reversible encephalopathy syndrome.
Posterior reversible encephalopathy syndrome. That's what press is. And it was taken by, and one of the reasons the neurologist said was because of hypertension. Well, I can tell you what, I've done my best to keep as calm and keep stress out of my life as best I can. And well, I need to get more stress out of my life, because today, while I was talking with Ronnie, I was actually having trouble reading the chat room again. First signs that I'm starting to get hypertension again. First signs that something might be going wrong. I've got a 20% chance of it inflaming up again. Just 20% chance. That's why I try to stay as calm as possible. I'm not going to go through that shit again. I refuse to. So I'm going to cut back a lot of stress I got to deal with. And unfortunately, guys, that's why I'm saying I'm sorry. Unless there is an absolute update or something that needs to be put out, I'm not going to be able to do shows. They're stressful as hell to me. They're good for me to release certain tension, but at the same time, I've got a son. I got a wife. I'm trying to learn as much law as I can so I can get out of the system completely. I am not going to put myself into another grand mal seizure and be a fucking zombie for the next 2 to 3 years off of that drug, just so people can be entertained and hear my reasoning and my opinion. Now, if something happens and I need to get my voice out, I'll do it. I will still bring updates from William. I'll still bring updates from the locals around here as I can. Well, which would you guys rather have? Sporadic updates from me, or have me go into grand mal seizures and all of a sudden I will, instead of being like this, as you guys have seen me, I'll be like this and not able to think. Sorry, what was I saying? I mean, it'll basically be like that. That's what happens under that damn drug, and I'm trying to find homeopathic ways to do it in case I get stressed out enough to where I'll need that stuff again. But I'm dealing with things in a different way, and I'm sorry, guys. I can't keep on doing this for my own health. I'll keep updates going, so watch out for the updates. But I can't do a weekly show, and I can't get on to other people's shows on a regular basis anymore. I got to chill out, relax, focus on keeping my life calm, peaceful. This weekend, my wife, my son, and I are all going to go camping. Camping always makes me feel better.
His first camping trip.
Yeah, it'll be Garion's first camping trip. That'll be a good thing. I wanted to explain why, because I know you guys missed me whenever Garion was being born. But, you know, I'll miss you guys too. I'll keep listening. But listen to Revolution News and Information. Listen to Mike Soror, Lori Alexander, the Underground Resistance Network that's right here.
Pat and Brenda's.
Yeah, Level-Headed Boobs. I mean, news. But keep listening to them. I will give information out to them if I need to. They can call me and I'll give them information. I have a mess that I got to deal with. I'll try to get that done this weekend. And I'll get it sent off to Alex Miller because he won that auction. So I just wanted to explain, guys. I'm not jumping out and I'm not disappearing. I need to back off quite a bit so I can get everything calmed down again, get everything situated, and then I'll be back. But I got to take care of me and my family first. You got a lot of good information out there. Then you can go back and listen to my stuff if you want. That might be good. Yeah, I'll think about it. Are you telling me I have to walk away from this, Jeremy? Because you know I'm stubborn enough. I'll say, fuck you. Are you saying I need to walk away from this and keep things calm for a while until everything settles a bit and then I can come back? Is that what you're saying? Every single one of you, I may have picked on you, I may have argued with you. I love picking on the Californians. You've all become family to me, and I'm not going to forget you. I'll do updates on my Facebook of how things are going, but I can't do videos. Already I'm starting to get a bit dizzy off of this stuff. So I'm going to have to say, until the next update, I've got locals around here that I'll give you guys updates. I'll put videos up. But I do love you all, and I was doing all this to get the information out. And I'm not stopping. I'm just cutting it down to where I have stuff coming from out here. And I'm warning any Leos that come at me, any corporations that come at me, any police officers or whatever that come at me, any judges, hint, hint, Grasty, that come at me. I'll be right back on this faster than you can blink an eye, and I will be exposing anything I find on you guys. So leave me alone. I'll leave you alone. I'll just get information out that the locals want me to get out. That's it. But if you guys make it personal to me, I will make it personal to you. So y'all have a great night, and I'll be watching everybody as best I can. But yeah, I got to cut back on this. Lavoie would not want me to run myself to death while I still have a family I need to take care of. And that's what I got to focus on. I do love you guys. Take care.